If you find yourself wondering how people on the internet manage to complete projects so quickly, same. We are not those people. If you stick around, you'll find we don't finish many things quickly. But by the power of editing, I bring you 1 year of work in a matter of minutes. Last July, I got really determined to find some plastic-free zero VOC paint, which is harder than you'd think. I finally found some in Sydney, which I had to have shipped down, and I decided to try it out in our guest room first. So after I spent some time prepping the walls and cleaning the room, I cracked open the paint and I got started.
That's pretty good. First of all, this paint is amazingly thick and it goes on so smooth. However, I'm a big idiot and this doesn't fit inside my pan.
Since I couldn't paint until I bought a new roller, I decided to pull off all the wood trim. This may be controversial, especially because whoever put it up used reclaimed wood, which I support, but we want something a little bit less rustic. Removing it revealed another example of how this house is so poorly insulated. Yes, that is daylight. And then we did nothing for 2 months. I wanted the room to feel a bit whimsical, but also feel as relaxing and lovely as the view out the back window, so I started by making a mood board. But there were actually a lot of foundational things that needed to be done before we could make things pretty.
Consistency. Look at that.
Alright, today's mission. Get these walls painted. See what we can do. And then start trying to trim. Oh man.
there's one there.
Wait, what?
This side up.
Someone brilliantly installed the baseboards and then tiled up to them and grouted them in. So removing them left this gap in the floor that our new baseboard doesn't quite cover. So here I am mixing up self-leveling cement to pour in the gap before we put in the new baseboards.
There we go. I could cut around that, put a lip around it. No, we don't look at this. Don't get too close. Yeah, we're going to caulk quite a bit. It's either that or we've had to cut it crooked because the wall's crooked. Putting a trim sucks.
Look how much prettier that wall looks. Priming the first wood door. We're in it now. Yep. I mean, I think it would be weird if the door jamb was wood, the trim was painted, and the door was painted.
Yeah, same.
So, yep.
Oh.
What'd you do?
Sorry.
Got it on my trim. New doorknobs.
I just need to get those straight.
Yeah, this one's definitely not straight, but obviously. Yes, beautiful. Scuffed it. Ugh.
Oh no, I already have to touch it up. Well, around here needs to be touched up in there. Oh, in here. Who painted this door?
It's so hard to see what's coming through while it's wet. Because the paint is quite light, it dries darker. Not that you can tell because that looks so light.
Cool.
Anyway. Nice.
The plain headboard that we were using in this room was not jiving with the new style we had planned, so I decided to upholster it in linen to create a much softer look. I started by squaring off the rounded corners by adding a wood frame on 3 sides. This also helped thicken it up, which would make it feel a bit more substantial. I bought linen and cotton batting, and I started by wrapping the headboard in several layers of cotton and stapling it to the back. And those corners were a bugger. Because the headboard attaches to the base with screws, I cut the batting away from where the headboard would need to meet up with the bed frame in order to attach it. I kept the slipcover long though, so that it would come clear to the bottom of the wooden headboard, and then I later added buttonholes where the bolts would need to go through it. Doing this would help keep the cover tight as well. I used the linen to make matching piping. I thought that would help give it a nice tailored look. Then I pinned the front piece of the slipcover fabric over the headboard with the piping sandwiched in between the front and the side strip to ensure a tight fit before sewing it together. Then I repeated the same for the back. I tested out the fit and then I added the buttonholes last.
get on this. A huge daddy long leg. Come on, just like. Just chase you out of the room. Come on. Keep going. Nope, that way.
I bought these nightstands on Facebook Marketplace last year, and they still need to be refinished, but upholstering the headboard made it wider, so they don't actually fit the space anymore. I need to decide if I'm going to keep them anyway, or replace them with something smaller. I still need to finish stripping and oiling the desk that will go in front of the window, and I have yet to hang some art. And Kaine is going to make a macrame plant hanger for the corner, but I think we can call this guest room ready now. Or at least we could have before we started storing things in here while we got started on our next project.